You know, folks, YouTube is a wonderful thing. It's enabled us to watch phantom movies, obscure spin-offs, and parodies that we would have never have seen without it. It's enabled phantom maniacs like me to broadcast to the world, not to mention providing budding singers a huge worldwide audience to perform to. Some of these singers are brilliant, others not so good. And not surprisingly, it's the not so good I want to look at today, because they're more fun. Now, the internet's positively awash with people doing cover versions of Phantom, and more often than not failing miserably. So it's these Phantom Phails I want to look at today. So I'm counting down my top 5 most epic Phantom Phails of YouTube. Number 5. Darth Eric. Now, I know you guys have probably seen this before. I put this clip on the end of my Phantom of Death review, but it's so satisfying to watch, I just had to put it in my countdown. Thankfully, this video was so badly filmed that all the backlight wipes out the face of our poor, hapless performer, which is just as well considering what happens next. Wait for it. Wait for it. Keep watching. Just be patient. I know it's a bit boring at the moment. Keep watching. Say you'll do justice to this awesome moment. Oh, dear. I never get tired of watching that. Turn it off! Turn it off! Should we watch it again? Play her out, keyboard cat. Oh, girls. Now, there are a lot of videos like this. A lot of little girls playing dress up and putting the stupid Gerard Butler soundtrack on and pretending to be the Phantom and Christine and Raoul, but this is... well, just watch.
Wait! I think, my dear, we have a guest!
I think it's how obnoxious this Phantom
That's
is.
Raoul! This is indeed...
Yeah, this is indeed. She talks like teeth out of the Dario Argento one.
I had rather hoped that you would come!
I love how the accent changes. Actually, I don't.
My wish comes true. You have turned me my night. I love her. Just like nothing.
I love how seriously the Raoul is taking it as well.
Compassion. The world should look compassion to me!
What the hell was that? The world should look compassion to me!
You're welcome. Did you think that I would harm her? Why would
Even Raoul's cracking up.
make her pay for the sins which I yes.
That's it, help her put the lasso around her neck, you idiot. Yes, giggle happily while he strangles you to death.
Except perhaps Christine.
Christine?
Starts a new life with me. By his freedom with your love. Use me and you send your lover to his death. This is the choice. This is the point of no return.
This doesn't sound like the Phantom to me. These are more like Cartman throwing a fit. I forgot the lyrics. you know what's sad? This is actually more convincing than the movie version. Barely.
Too late for turning back, too late for grasping you stupidity! So do you end your days with me, or do you send him to his grave?
Send it to his grave. I think I just died a little inside. On to the next one.
You try my patience. Make your choice!
Number 3. Now, not so long ago, the really useful group licensed a schools edition of Phantom that allowed high schools in the USA to put on their own version of Andrew Lloyd Webber's Phantom of the Opera. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Well, I guess it means more people get a chance to see the show locally, and in some cases, some of the richer schools have mounted really lavish productions with outstanding sets and effects. But unfortunately, high-quality productions like that are the exception rather than the rule. It's really hard to choose one in particular to highlight, but I really think we have a contender in the shape of the Red Wing High School version. Now, don't think I'm criticising the young people involved. Really, it's not their fault. Actually, a few of these guys can sing really well. Christine's a good singer, for the most part. Maybe not here. Cadenza Fail. And to be honest, the guy playing the Phantom isn't all that bad either, although you can tell that the only version he's ever seen is the Gerard Butler one, the way he performs it, but that's quite a common thing with these plays. No, the blame has to lie with the adult directors of this show. What were they thinking?
Think of me
We are singing in slow motion for some reason. Good heavens, is this the way you pad out your running time? If this is the way they do the lines, this show's going to end up longer than Les Mis. Every major scene in this show fails, not because of the kids, but because of the poor direction and lack of creativity. Exhibit A, a chandelier in pieces.
Lot 666, a chandelier in pieces.
Never mind the chandelier. I think if I paid good money to see this show and saw that they were using this aborted jellyfish fetus, then I think I'd be in pieces too. I mean, there's just no excuse. Doesn't this pitiful attempt just set the tone for what we're about to see? Even if the school is poor, you don't need money to make a big chandelier. You need creativity. Paper mache, cardboard, Christmas lights. It doesn't matter. Just make it big. Overture fails. Then we have the managers. They're women.
Good heavens, I have never known such insolence.
Now, as I've said, the singing isn't that bad most of the time, although the orchestra is really overpowering, out of tune, and just distracting. I mean, listen to a few choice scenes here.
Let your mind start turning through a strange new world. Leave all thoughts of the world you knew before. Let your soul take you where you long to be.
Totally ruin it. Again, I don't blame the kids. They're not professionals, but I blame whoever's in charge of this mess. Can't they hear they're all out of tune? Shouldn't they have practiced them a bit more? Or failing that, just use pre-recorded backing tracks? Everything just seems rushed and unfinished. And as I said, many pivotal scenes are totally botched. Just take a look at this unmasking. It's absolutely vital this is done right, and here it's mangled beyond belief. Just watch.
Who is that shape in the shadow?
Hello, Mr. Phantom. She took your mask off. Why aren't you reacting?
Damn you!
Oh, the penny dropped now, did it, you freaking idiot? Why did they do it like that? Didn't they even watch the 2004 movie as research? Of course they did. Why else would they be dressed like this? So, why did they do the scene like this?
Damn you!
Strike that. Reverse it. Again, probably not the kid's fault. The director should have figured out such a basic thing that as soon as Christine unmasks him, the Phantom reacts, or they do it at the music change, not 10 minutes before. Unmasking fail. In fact, if we rewind a bit more, music of the night fail. Again, the kid sings it okay, but look at the blocking. This is supposed to be the Phantom's seduction song, and he sings most of it sat down, not looking at Christine, just looking blankly into the audience.
Face away from the garish light of day. Turn your thoughts away from cold unfeeling.
Music of the night fail. Masquerade fail. Fireball fail.
Monsieur, such spirited words. I have brought you.
Point of No Return fails too. The common theme amongst other high school productions is to use the sexed up outfits from the 2004 movie, and this is no exception, but here I find this Zorro mask particularly daft. It looks like it was made of paper.
Christine, that's all I ask.
Now, the deformity's not bad, probably better than the movie in fact, but this Piangi reveal fails too. Spend all day dissecting the fails in this production because it's fascinatingly awful, but I value what little sanity I have left, so I'm not going to. I need to move on to number 2. How apt, because this one stinks like a putrid number 2.
No, it can't be. Not afraid of me, you say?
Oh, my noseless nosehole, is this something else?
Oh, of course. As you say, you've beaten me before.
Not content with waiting for a license from the really useful group to do Phantom of the Opera, these suckers from Korea, I think, or Asia, or I don't know. But anyway, these jackasses skip the first musical altogether and go straight to the sequel, Love Never Dies. Now, surely this cannot be legal. I don't know if Really Useful Group know about this one, or if the guy in charge of tracking down violations saw the video on the internet and was promptly carted to an insane asylum. Because this is just incredible. Unfortunately, only a few clips are available online, but they are absolute doozies. The way Beauty Underneath is expressed through street dance is one of the strangest things I've ever seen in my life. I mean, what the hucking fell? In the real stage version, the Phantom's in his lair impressing Gustav with his awesome mechanical creations. So, is that what these fools are? You know, the Phantom got bored and made an army of breakdancing robot idiots? It comes to a point when words just cannot express the wonder of all this. I'm not going to criticise the singers. They don't do a too bad job of it, and presumably English isn't their first language.
Beneath this mask I wear, there's nothing of me, just horror, shame, despair. Why does she love me? Look at you, deep in debt, stinking drunk, pitiful.
I also kind of dig this overblown oriental instrumental arrangement of the song.
Call the stakes, deal me in, devil take the hindmost. All prestige shall choose you now.
Yeah! That's quite badass in a stupid, atonal sort of way.
If she sings, you lose you, I won't lose you.
I really can't say much else about this, other than I really want to see the whole show. Heaven help me, I genuinely do.
I hope Christine is worthy of you.
Wait a minute, is Madame Giry a dude? Dude! Madame Giry is a dude! That's incredible. Oh, I see. I just realised it. This production's a total sausage fest. It must be an old boys' school or something. That's amazing. Oh, I wish they'd uploaded clips of Christine in this. Can you imagine? Oh, now I really want to see the whole thing. Before we face the unrelenting horror of our #1 Phantom Phail, I think we should redress the balance somewhat. We've been concentrating on negativity, and it gets me down. Let's enjoy a phantomy win. This is Nick Patera's one-man Phantom of the Opera. This is one of the best things I've found on YouTube in quite some time. Does the voice of the Phantom, does the voice of Raoul, and amazingly enough, he does the voice of Christine. If I couldn't see it, I would think that is a real woman. Amazing! Now normally something like this might actually make it into my Phantom Phails, but it's so well done, I just have to say that this is a phantomy win. So well done, Nick Patera. Let's enjoy your wonderfulness for a minute. Okay, that's enough. It's quite apt that we were just watching a one-man show, because my #1 worst Phantom Phail of YouTube is also a one-man show of sorts. #1. As I've already said, YouTube's full of people uploading themselves singing as a phantom. There's good ones, bad ones, terrible ones, and then there's this guy.
Fluttering child, you shall know me. See why in
I love how in this first video he keeps the suspense up by not revealing himself. Not sure why Christine would be in a barn, or invisible, but whatever. Oh, here we go, here we go.
I am your angel. Come to me, angel of music.
No, you are no one's angel of music, least of all mine.
God. Come to me, angel of music. Sing once again with me.
Yes, folks, this is the infamous Sean as the Phantom. At first I thought this was a freaking joke, but the more videos I watched, the more I realised he was totally for real.
Stronger yet. The Phantom of the Opera is there inside your mind.
He really does believe he is an amazing Phantom, so much so that he filmed himself doing the entire musical as a one-man show, out in the open, to an adoring audience of cows and geese, I guess.
To the seat of sweet music's throne.
It's really hard to pinpoint what exactly is wrong with this performance.
Daftly, music shall caress you.
Maybe because the emphasis on words is often misplaced.
Down that path into darkness deep as hell.
Maybe because his pitch can vary from word to word.
Damn you! Curse you! Denied me and betrayed me.
Maybe because he went to the expense of this pretty awesome Phantom outfit.
Is this what you wanted to see?
And because he takes himself so damn seriously.
Repulsive carcass!
Apart from this little interval act here. Yeah. I don't know what's going on either.
Having fun.
Maybe it's because the whole thing's being filmed by another human who is either trying desperately to not die of laughter, or alternatively, maybe he thinks Sean is the best singer in the world and is privileged to be capturing this unique performance.
Let your soul take you where you long to be.
Oh, and it is unique.
We must face the infection which poisons our love.
I don't know. If you can tell me what's wrong with this performance, please post a comment, because I can't quite put my finger on it. Although I would like to put my fingers round his throat to shut him up. So, I'll leave you in the capable hands of Sean as the Phantom, my #1 Phantom Phail.
Pity comes too late.
Well done, sir. Well done.
Take her. Forget me. Forget all of this. Leave me alone. Forget all you've seen. Take the boat. Swear of me never to tell the secret you know of the angel in hell. Go now. Don't let them find you. Go now. Go now and leave me. It's over now. The music of the night.
The world showed no compassion to me!